Yo my people, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having an absolutely beautiful day. Right now man is sat in Langkawi in the middle of the jungle. I'm under this little hut at my accommodation. You can hear the sound of the water, you can hear the birds tweeting in the trees. Absolutely beautiful place, and man's just feeling peaceful. I'm feeling very tranquil right now. But I thought I'd jump on here and chat to you guys about something that happened yesterday and how I sort of overcame that emotion or just the negative thing that happened. So hopefully you guys can benefit from it, and obviously from the title of this video you'll know that it's about dealing with loss. Now, a bit of a long one, I hope it's not too long, but I'll give you guys a bit of a backstory on how this whole day unfolded. Now, we'll start from the top, right? We're in Langkawi, we're on a beautiful island, and it was our first full day on the island yesterday. So we woke up nice and early. Well, not that early, it was like 9-10 a.m. We woke up kind of early and we decided, you know what, let's do something exciting today. Let's do something sick that we can look back on and say, you know what, like, we clocked that off. You can tick that off the list and we can move on with the other activities and other things that we wanted to do. Now, what we decided to do, and by the way, by we I mean me and my 3 friends. I've got myself, and I've got my 3 other medical student friends who are here with me on this elective. Now we decided that we would spend the day doing jet skiing, and Langkawi is known for its beautiful islands, the tropical sea, the beautiful beaches, and we thought, what better way to see this incredible island than hop on a jet ski and do island hopping around the island and just go to different little smaller islands and just explore the entire area. And honestly, like, we thought this would be the most incredible day, and it was actually a sick day. It was actually one of the best days. Besides this one incident that happened, it was actually one of the best days I've had on this side of the world. Now, yeah, so the story is, we got there, nice and early. We paid Bossman. We were like, okay, we're gonna get these jet skis, and the whole thing was part of a package. It was part of a tour where there'd be like a tour guide who'd take us around to different islands, and we'd essentially spend like an hour on each island before we got back on the jet ski and just rode back over to another island. So the whole day was kind of just hopping from island to island and just seeing what each island had to offer. And when I tell you, these islands were, like, honestly, some of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. Now, imagine this, right? So obviously man's an Instagrammer, I have YouTube, and I'd class myself as a creator. Obviously I create content, I share it online. So because of that, I thought, you know what, yeah, I gotta take my GoPro with me, and I gotta take my phone with me, because I gotta get some snaps. I gotta get the content for the gram, for the YouTube. I gotta get content for you guys watching this right now, yeah. And it was all going good. It was all fine. GoPro is waterproof. Everything's fine. I've got this like handle that floats in the water, no issue at all. I had this phone case that you slot your phone in. That's waterproof as well. You can tie it around your neck. No problems at all. And me and my friends were sharing the jet ski, so there were 2 of us. There were 2 jet skis, 2 people on each jet ski. So it was me and my friend Naj on the jet ski itself. Now, imagine we got off one of the islands and it was my turn to ride the jet ski. So I said to Naj, you know what, bro, let's get some nice videos or something. I'll give you my phone to hold. Yeah, I'll give you like the phone to tie around your neck. So imagine it's in this like green little pouch. It's like a see-through pouch where you can still use its little touchscreen, but essentially if it drops in water, it won't like die, basically. It won't get ruined. So it's a waterproof case that you can just tie around your neck. So I said to him, yo, put this around your neck and get some videos, and let's just like record stuff whilst I'm like on the jet ski itself. When I tell you, yo, we were ripping it on this jet ski. Like, I was like full pedal, full gas, like zipping down the sea. Like the waves were like kind of big as well, so they're getting like small little air time, like doing like little bumps and jumping up and down, and it was just fucking vibes. It was so sick. One of the best experiences I've ever had. However, this is where shit goes down. This is where shit gets a bit real, and the day kind of takes a bit of a U-turn. And yeah, basically I give this case to Naj to tie around his neck, and around 5-10 minutes in after I started riding this jet ski, full speed by the way, down the waves, you know, down the sea towards another island, he taps me in the shoulder and he shouts, "Bro, I don't have your phone." And I thought he's joking at first. I thought, yo, like, what do you mean? I was like, yo, I turned around. By the way, I'm still riding this jet ski and I'm like, wait, like, what do you mean? Are you sure? He was like, no, bro, I don't have it. I'm like, straight away, I knew that's it. I knew that phone was gone. I was never getting that phone again. Yeah. And in that moment, you know that like sinking fucking feeling? You know that deep feeling you get in your chest where you're like, fuck. Like you just get that deep feeling in your chest and you just feel crap. And you know that you've just lost something, and there's nothing you can do about it as well. I had that feeling like so bad, like so bad. And I just went quiet, like I didn't have anything to say. And obviously, like, I turned the jet ski back around and I thought, you know what, like, let's at least try to look for it. Like, it might just be there, it might be floating. So we turn the jet ski back around, we do a quick U-turn. And by the way, the rest of the group's gone ahead. Like we were like part of this group of like 6 jet skis and a tour guide. Everyone else is gone. Me and Nigel way behind. And I turn the jet ski around and I'm just looking around this area and I'm looking at the waves and I'm like, bro, there is no way. I look around and there's water everywhere. There's no way we're gonna find this this phone pouch, because it could have fallen off any time during that ride. And it was in that moment that I realized basically that I lost my phone and I was never ever gonna get it back. It's mad. This is literally this time yesterday, which is a bit mad. But you know, bear in mind, this phone had everything. Like, I was recording all my snaps on it, I was making all my Instagram, my daily reels, I was, you know, messaging family, talking to people. It was basically my way, well, just like you guys, it's basically our way of connecting with the world. And I knew that I'd lost that. And yeah, like the whole like ride to the next island, I was just down bad. I was feeling like shit. I was like, oh my days, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get past this? And literally, I remember that like shit feeling, that negative feeling, like lasted all the way until I got to the island. And it's just not a nice feeling at all. And you know what? Let me tell you guys how this happened, how this phone fell off Nige, because it doesn't just fall off the neck. There's no way that just happens, right? Essentially what happened was, and you guys might have used these cases before, but they're like cheap, like £2-3 pound cases that you put your phone in, and there's like little locks on it, and you can tie it around your neck. And I think what happened was, because we were jumping up and down on the waves, the back of the strap opened up, or it must have snapped, or it must have just, you know, like ripped or something. And essentially that's how the phone slipped into the ocean, because Naj didn't even realize it. I obviously didn't realize, I'm on the front. So this whole time, this phone could have dropped in at any time. But moral of the story, guys, do not put your expensive shit, your expensive devices, your phone in a cheap case, because you get what you pay for. And the ironic thing, and you know what, this actually makes me laugh, right? The ironic thing is that I was using the exact same case 3 years ago in Malaysia on a tropical island, right? That was Tioman Island, which is on a different side of Malaysia. I was in Malaysia on a tropical island and I had my phone in the exact same case, and whilst I was snorkeling, that same case, the shitty little phone case, let in water into the little pouch, and basically my phone that I had back then got ruined because of that. And now 3 years on, the exact same phone case failed me again, and it fell off whilst I was on a jet ski on a tropical island in Malaysia. So that's, yeah, it's just a mad juju shit. I don't know what's going on here, but that's just weird. Anyway, let's talk about how I actually got over this, because right now I'm sat here and I'm making a video about it, and I feel pretty content. I feel pretty calm about what happened, how it happened. I'm at peace with it, and I'll talk to you guys about how I came to that point, or how I came to this point of just being chill about it. Now, when I got to the island, you know, I'm still riding the jet ski. You can't stop in the middle of the ocean, so I knew, okay, the phone's gone. I've just got to get to the next island, and then we'll do something there, we'll talk about it, we'll figure something out, I don't know. Got to the next island, and I thought to myself, like, as soon as I was getting off, I thought to myself, like, I feel like I just had this like instant change of mentality. I don't know what it was, but it was like a flick, it was like the flick of a switch, right? And I thought to myself, I looked around and I thought to myself, like, bro, you're on a beautiful island, literally like paradise, like so beautiful. You're on a beautiful island, you're with your best friends, yeah, you're with your boys, you're alive, you're not hurt, yeah, you're not injured, you know, you've got your parents who can look after you, you've got your boys who can, like, you know, call people and make sure that they know you're okay. And I thought to myself, like, what's there to worry about? Like, is this really that bad? You know, yeah, I'd lost my phone, I'd lost my connectedness to the world, I'd lost my ability to be independent for a short while, but I had everything backed up. So all my photos and videos are fine, all my notes are fine, all my contacts are fine. And I realized that, yeah, like, there's the loss of the money, there's the loss of the actual cost of the phone itself, but besides that, I'm okay. Like, I'm healthy, I'm still alive. And I think thinking of it through that lens, and I don't know what it was, I don't know why I started thinking like that, but I think it was probably my environment. It's probably because I actually opened my eyes, I looked up, and I was like, okay, look where you are. Yeah, look how beautiful this place is. Like, you don't have much to worry about. You know, you even being in this place is such a big blessing, if that makes sense. And like, yeah, you've lost your phone, but you can always get a new phone, you can always get a better phone. So I just sat down on a little like hammock. There's like a hammock and some palm trees, and I just sat down at that hammock and I was lying down and I was just thinking to myself, like, bro, you're gonna be fine. Like, this shit happens, right? Like, you're alive. Like, what's the worst case scenario? Like, okay, you lost your phone, you got another one, it's okay. Like, you got your parents who can like provide for you, you got, you know, your friends who you can rely on. And I think looking at things through that lens of gratitude and just thinking, okay, what do I have besides what I don't have, allowed me to get over that negative, shitty feeling that I was experiencing the entire ride on the jet ski. And even like forgiveness as well, because I literally at no point did I blame Naj for what happened. It was completely out of his control, it was completely out of my control. But I also realized that it was no one's fault. Like, this thing just happened, and you just have to deal with it. You just gotta keep moving. You can't stay stagnant, you can't stay where you are and allow that emotion, that negative emotion, to spiral and just wallow in that emotion, because what chance are you actually giving yourself by doing that? Like, you're not progressing, you're not allowing your mind to look for solutions, you're not allowing your mind to make yourself feel better. And I think the biggest thing, again, this is something that I spoke about in another video, is you actually choose your emotion. You choose how you feel. You choose to feel a certain way. Now, obviously, the initial phase of an emotion, whether that be anger, like lust, whether that be sadness, happiness, like that, I feel like is quite organic. However, staying with that emotion is a choice. And I feel like there comes a point when you can either wallow in that emotion and you can, you know, just stay in that emotion and allow that to impact the rest of your day, or you can look at it through a different lens and think, you know what, I'm going to choose to not think like this, I'm going to choose to not feel like this. And the way you do that, and I think the way I've sort of trained my mind to thinking like this, because I feel like not many people can do that. I feel like it's not a inherent trait for a lot of people to just detach themselves from their emotions and actually be pragmatic at any given time. I feel like that's quite a difficult thing to do, and you've got to train yourself to do it, because I know myself that in the past, if the same thing happened, I would have let that spoil my entire day. I would have literally not spoken to my friends, I would have felt like shit, I would have like literally allowed it to ruin probably my entire trip. And here I was, like 15 minutes after the incident happened, feeling fine. Like, not completely fine, I was still obviously getting over it, but I knew that everything would be okay, and I wasn't worried. And I think the way I've trained myself to do that is literally by building up my self-awareness, by building up my emotional intelligence and understanding why I feel the way I feel. Because when you do that, you're able to tap in to positive emotions and gratitude at any given time, especially when, you know, facing hardship or difficulty. I feel like the way I've built up that self-awareness, that emotional intelligence, this is literally the point I want to make from this entire video, right, is the way you improve your self-awareness and your gratitude and your emotional intelligence is literally journaling. Literally write down every thought, every emotion that comes to mind. Write it down on a piece of paper, because when you write those words down on paper, that's when your mind searches for solutions. It searches for, it just allows you to explore that emotion in so many more ways. Because when we think things, we often keep them confined within our own mind. We don't speak them into existence. We don't look for solutions. And I feel like it's a lot easier to do that when you write something down, because when it's there in front of you on a piece of paper, you acknowledge the thing that's happening, you acknowledge the emotion, and then you look for solutions. And I feel like doing that has allowed me to do that at any given time without actually having to write it down. And I think just doing this and actually being grateful, it's given me this sense of optimism in whatever it might be. And I feel like that's extended into my relationships as well, with friends and with family. I try to be positive about everything, because I realize that even if something isn't going well, even if something has gone completely the opposite way of how I wanted it to go, I know that I'll be okay, and I know that everything is figure outable. Yeah, you can find a way out of anything if you set your mind to it, and if you know that you can do it. And that only comes from having the self-awareness to tap into that positive emotion. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I wanted to say in this video, because I feel like there's one more point. I don't know, man, this place is beautiful, right? Like, you know what, let me show you guys as well, because you know, like those trees up there, there's often like monkeys swinging from them, which I just find really cool. It's the first time I've seen monkeys like properly in their wild, which is pretty incredible. It's an incredible sight to see. But yeah, I think the whole like moral of the story is journal and don't wallow in negative emotion. Don't allow yourself to be consumed by a negative emotion, because at the end of the day, it's your choice. That's your choice to stay in that emotion. You have to be able, can you see that sweat, bro? Oh my days. You have to be able to detach from a negative emotion and actually search for a solution. And the way you do that is by journaling about it and building up your self-awareness. And once you understand why you think and feel the way you do, only then will you be able to actually tap into the gratitude, tap into the positive affirmations, and tap into just the optimism that is around us, and the optimism that's within your own mind at any given point. So that's the moral of the story. That's pretty much the story. And right now I don't have a phone, so it's a bit of a sticky one, but I know I'll be okay. I'll find a phone, I'll get a phone, probably a nicer phone, hopefully, inshallah. And yeah, life's good. I'm in a beautiful place, I'm with my boys. I've still got my laptop, which is good. I've got my camera, so I can still make these videos. It's all good, alhamdulillah. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you found any benefit from this video, drop a comment down below, because I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.